I'm doing this project? First of all, this project itself is so inspirational that like I felt kind of urge that I have to start the collective event calling for Asian artists that to create and to do something together to present our cultural diversity, which is based on oneness, to the people in the world.
Our theme is to find one, because to find your own self is also very difficult, because we are so outward. We find it very difficult to find our own self. So one is very important. We start from Eki hi anek hue. From one, many has happened. Eki hi anek hue vyapyo vishambar. So Asia One is a good theme, and I hope it travels not just in Asia, but this one Asia should reach to other parts of the world also.
I think One Asia kind of projects are in today's world where Asian culture is seen as something really emerging very strongly, mainly in the world because of its economic rise. I really think that Asia still has a long way to go in like being seen as in the fields of art and culture. And though we have very ancient cultures living here, if you look at the mainstream art and culture of the world, Asian culture and especially the Indian culture is still somewhere where it is very mystic, and I think it has to be seen much more in the mainstream. And I think calligraphy and the letter forms and the art of writing could really contribute to bringing a new language itself to the Asian art.
Really happy to be working in the One Asia platform, because what I like about it is that people are working together. You know, it seems a very collaborative effort, and I'm really enjoying that, because you know, an artist's life is very lonely. You sit and you work alone in your hole, and you work, and your struggles are your own, and their upheavals and their good things, but eventually it's a very lonely existence, and to be able to do something good, it has to be a lonely existence. That's the asset also. If you're constantly interacting, nothing will come out. But what I like here is that, you know, Nikhil and I are fighting. We are fighting away, okay? And then we ask each other, I hope you're not angry with me. So, and even today, you know, we came and we looked at the stuff in the storeroom, and we chatted with you and Kamar, and and normally in my work, I don't like anybody telling me, you know, that use this or use that, and I'm like a tigress protecting my work. But I think the air is such that I'm loving the fluidity of it, you know, working together. Two people, both of us are making something together. A tea master will be sitting inside. There will be things happening around it. So that's the beauty of it for me, and that's a new experience for me, which I'm really enjoying, and I'm realizing a different aspect of myself in relation to my work. Instead of being just a tigress, I can be fluid, and I can enjoy working with people, and, you know, having my ideas thrown and throwing their ideas sometimes.
This inspiration is based on all the forerunners that from end of 19th century and all along 20th century, that many people, great people tried to bring unity in Asia. Maybe it was started through Pan-Asianism, and afterwards Swami Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore, Kakuzo Okakura from Japan, and afterwards Sri Aurobindo and Maza. They spoke about unity in Asia, and they spoke about the impact through unity of Asia for the world to bring peace and unity.
Of human unity, which happens to be the fulcrum of this project, One Asia project. because something like human unity is for few quite an altitudinal philosophy which not many people would associate, and human unity for some is as vague that they cannot really leverage it as a platform to make more of their own visibility. So by just writing few introductory mails and having conversations and talking about this is not going to help mobilize resources. There has to be deeper engagement, which means the discussions to mobilize funding on resources should be starting quite ahead, perhaps as much as 6 to 7 months ahead of the project. So I think finding alignment from the institutions which can potentially fund and support. There are less number of institutions for project like this, and as such the cultural space doesn't get enough support in the Indian context currently, unfortunately. Yeah, and number two, I think human unity itself is a very pertinent but still a futuristic aspiration which not many institutions ascribe to at this point in time. So I think One Asia has to emerge itself into more than a project, into an institution, or it could be a more collaborative, broader platform to promote this idea in a more compelling way and break through the hesitations that organizations and individuals and the communities have to embrace the idea of cultural significance in their own context. So these are the broader challenges associated with One Asia.
One Asia, that when it came my way through Jyoti, I was very happy to be part of this, because this, I think, more or less is what we are trying to achieve in our own ways, and hopefully we will be able to create One Asia, because One Asia means one kind of spiritual identity, which doesn't mean that you all start thinking like one, but it means that you have a way of living which is in some way or the other relates to your connection, your inner connection with the the big connection that you talk of, with the Almighty.
All these saints, the works of Baul in poem, music, you see many elements from different traditions, different practice came together. It's like, when you look at Baul, there is Sufi influence, there is Buddhist influence, there is Tantra, there is Shaivism. Everything came together, and they found this unity in this music. And as for your project, One Asia project, it's a beautiful name, because we have so less interaction between the Asian countries, and the artist can really make the bridge, and this was envisioned by Okakura first. Okakura and Tagore, they tried to bring things together. He sent his students to Japan, and they were learning the painting style, calligraphy style from Japan, and then they came back and they were trying to build up a school which was known as Bengal School, which had influence from the Chinese painting and also from the Japanese painting and Indian painting. Then similar way for the music as well. Tagore was very inspired by the No Theatre, and that's how all our interest grew, because we were students of that institution and we came to know more about Japanese culture. We always grew a lot of curiosity about it. So an artist, a visionary, a thinker, a poet can make this bridge.
For example, tea ceremony, it gives really interesting insight to us that we have all different approach to the tea ceremony, like Chinese way, Korean way, Taiwanese way, and Japanese way. So through this, we can somehow see that tea ceremony is creating peace and harmony. It is like creating unity in an individual level and also collective level.
If you look at the form of a ka, it's different from the kha and still it's different from the ga, but when they come together they form a very interesting words, the sentence, the language, the grammar. At the end of it's a culture. So that's my main intention of creating such kind of a masterpieces through using this alphabets as a tools. And One Asia is a very good platform to showcase this kind of work which gels with the theme, and it's a different it is a good platform to showcase along with the different people who have interesting viewpoints and to collaborate and be a part of this entire festival.
One Asia, one being the beginning and also the starting point of a gathering energy in spirituality. Spirituality of all human people searching for a new way of living, a living in togetherness, in individuality, in togetherness. So no longer, although one is very I and me and this kind of energy, still it being Asia is like a gathering pot. And I feel very honored that I can be part of that with Nirantara Samarpanam.
One of the things which I always feel that when you're writing Indian letter forms, and normally when we write horizontally, the moment you write vertically, people are not able to recognize that they are the Indian letter forms. And it's very sad sometimes because just because you write it vertically, people think it is Japanese or Chinese calligraphy, and unless it really gets that recognition that even written in whichever form or the abstract way or used in the paintings or the other arts, when people can recognize that it is an Indian letter form, whichever language it is, that would be kind of merging of all the cultures where you will see that a culture, while in the new age in the new age of the world, we would have influenced each other through our arts and still kind of contain our own identity and remain very unique in the way we are. And I really feel that more visibility through such exhibitions would give that recognition to Indian letter forms.
The role of music is great because every living being needs music. Every living being, from human beings to animals, animals to insects, insects to birds, birds to tree, tree to water, water to air, rocks and whatnot.
It's a continuous practice. We started thousands of years back, is still continuing today, which is very contemporary as well, very relevant for this time, when we are always looking for duality and differences. And Baul and other bhakti movements, they are trying to bring things together, bring oneness, which is an egoless state without judgment.
As a profession, you are a designer and you are continuously working for somebody, and when you switch to the art, you are creating something for yourself and you have to forget everything around you and get involved and try to maintain the spiritual relation with your skills as well as your inner self.
Calligraphy, voice, breath, flute, sounds, lute, harp, movement, dance, all this is going to be in this event, and they are all non-verbal languages, and the non-verbal languages, they have the quality of coming directly into the cell's consciousness, and anyone who is exposed to this experience through film, through song, through dance, through movement on paper and lines everywhere, all this energy will feed our DNA and will create more and more consciousness within each individual of us. And that is the collective energy, and that is the oneness, and that is the thread of this beautiful network that we can create together in one Asia. And therefore I'm very thrilled and excited to be part of it.
Simply that we want to learn through the exchanges. This is our simple aim, and this will be a leading force of One Asia project.